Well, hello again. Welcome to me making a game. The web series. Uh, dun 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 dun. I don't know. Sorry. I don't have interesting things in this videos for the same reason that I'm not going to have interesting things in this game because I can't really draw and I can't make music or sounds. I'm really kind of useless. But you're going to watch it anyway. You've made it this far. Actually, I'm kind of proud of you. I mean, this is a lot of videos. I've gone ahead and randomized all of the attributes. And I'm going to go ahead and actually add scripts for all of the attributes. I'm going to say, well, we got to figure out where to start, though. Not there. Not there. Okay. We could add crits. We could say, like, we're assuming crits are based on solely on the character themselves, possibly something from the, is crit. So we'll say we're calling them attack hit, so we'll say attack crit. So let's say argument 0 we'll say is the skill of the character. Argument 1 is the weapon crit chance, and argument 2 is the well, we're not sure how exactly critical is actually going to work yet, are we? A lot of this stuff I'm just sort of adding in arbitrarily right now, because I don't know. It's all I can do, really, isn't it? I don't want it to be just a bonus amount of damage, because that's too simple, really. And that's always going to be the same. Well, I mean, I could make it, randomized from something to something, but I'd rather actually make it so that it actually does a certain amount of damage. You have your weapons damage. Then I want it to go ahead and actually just say, well, what it could do is I could make it return 1 if there is no crit, and then return the multiplier if there is, so that it can multiply by attack crit. That simple. And so we can make it a multiplier. I think that's the simplest thing to do, and I can tweak that probably so that I can say, the weapon crit multiplier. So we can say, like it could be based on the weapon. So like each weapon, like in Dungeons and Dragons, you can have, each weapon will have its own multiplier. So like, for the critical, but the actual ability to crit is based on a character, because that's their skill. It's not luck, it's skill. So if you hit something and you hit them very, very well, you'll do extra damage. So what we'll say is if well, we should probably Randy T is I random range from let's say, are we gonna have an offset again? Well, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna say see, what I've said is, I said basically each weapon has its own chance to crit, and you're rolling against that. So like, if you have really good skill, it doesn't, it's like the way I'm imagining this. It's like if the weapon is more cumbersome, you have this big giant sword, and you're trying to get at somebody's liver. You gotta skew that liver, like skewer that liver, and that's gonna be unwieldy, kind of tough. So it's gonna be harder to do. But your skill, your ability to to skewer livers might increase, and you might be able to do that more. And maybe it's a bigger weapon. Maybe, well, actually, really, if it's going to be smaller weapons are going to be easier to crit with. You're going to get bigger crits with them. Bigger weapons are going to be harder to crit with. You're going to get crits, but not as big because they already do lots of damage. That's how I figure it's going to work. Really more of a gameplay thing at the end there, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, we're going to throw some luck into it. Your skill is basically the ability to, so we'll say your ability to overcome the randomness and the, so we're going to say it's going to make it from 0 to your skill, let's say. And then we'll say if Randy is a name, not anything else. It's just a variable for the random that I'm using, and I have no silly reasons for using it. Teehee. if Randy is greater than or equal to the chance to crit with that weapon, and, well, actually, we don't actually need to use Randy. I'm sorry, Randy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There it goes. If, alright, is greater than or equal to argument 1, then you need to go ahead and say return argument 2. But otherwise, just return 1, because you're multiplying by 1. So now, we can make it so that, let's say, okay, here's our guy hitting. He's hitting him, or trying to hit him anyway. And if he does hit, we can say minus equals, you know, this is his damage. We can multiply by attack crit, like that. And we have 3 arguments, I believe it was. The skill, which we actually had as a attribute. Attribute, God, I don't actually know which one it is, do I? I don't know why I was trying to think of it. We called that guy, skill, didn't we? So it's 3 down here. Attribute 3. And then, the weapon's chance. So right now we know it's randomizing from, like, 6 to, 6 to 16 or something like that. 6 to 11, I don't remember what, but we know that's the range it's going to be in. Okay, we know it's going to be the range is like 6 to 11, I think is what I set it to. So let's set it someplace kind of, so that we know that we're randomizing from 0 to that. So we should set it someplace so that that's going to work out. So let's say 8, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. So that way, if you have sort of middling, we'll go ahead and set it lower than that. Set it to 7. If you have the lowest skill, you won't actually be able to crit with it at all, but if you do, yeah, that kind of makes sense. If your skill's too low, you won't be able to crit the way I've got it set up. So we'll do it. Okay. So that's that argument. The last argument was the actual amount that you crit. We'll just call it a 2. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change float text really quick. We're gonna give it a text equals nothing, let's say. And we're gonna make it so that when it draws itself, its text is text, like that. So, oh, and we could also, I should also do this, because this is important actually. Color, C gray. There, now it's gray. Just by default, we can say color. There. Okay, and now we'll make it so that it displays that. I don't know if I don't have that, do I? I'll just call it inst. That's what I always call it, the variable, the temporary variable, just for being able to change that sort of stuff. So say that new instance is text is miss, and its color is default, so don't worry about it. And then we're gonna make it so that when we get a crit, it will instance create. Well, we do actually need a variable, then, don't we? Inst is, and we'll just go ahead and put it. We'll just say target.x, target.y. We know who's running this script. It's fine. Float text. There we go. Text is crit. Inst dot color is, let's say, see, dark red or something. I don't know, anything. Oh, that's not how you actually spell dark red. Oh my, we have to look this up then, don't we? Drawing stuff. I don't actually. It should be a list of colors. there's all the colors. Oh, let's make it orange. Orange is nice. Orange is critty. That seems pretty critty to me. It's crit-like. It's crit-esque, really. Okay, now these guys should be able to crit. And they'll do double damage when they crit. So let's get everybody attacking one guy. Gang up on him because we're assholes. And we like to kill this guy right here. There we go. Get him. Kill him in the face. Crits. Crits. Holy shit, they're all over the place. Oh, he died. Get everybody attacking this guy now. Crit. Oh, crit. Oh, look at that. Miss crit. Miss crit. Miss crit. It's, I might actually change it so there's 1-on-1, just to see how some of this stuff is working out. Because it's hard to tell what's going on when you can't actually... This guy's got full health, so this should be interesting. We might be able to miss crit. Crit. See, the crits are actually, yeah, they're pretty clearly, you know, taking off a bigger chunk of the health, which makes sense. So all we're really doing here is I'm just putting this stuff in kind of arbitrarily right now. So what else? What's next, huh? What else could we put in? We don't have any ranged weaponry yet, so we shouldn't worry about that too much. We're already using accuracy and dodge, skill, strength. There we go. That's an interesting one. Strength. What we got right now is they just have a range of damage, but we could actually go ahead and add the strength. This is basically their base damage. I don't think it's going to have a range. Well, what I could do is I could make it so it affects the maximum damage they can do. Just, you know, they can still do like the least amount of damage. I don't know. Maybe I'll just use it as a base. So we'll say, and this guy is unfucking believable. His strength is 5. Okay. Go down to the thing. Strength plus trib 5. There. So now we're adding the strength to the damage. See, we're starting to get all these attributes in there. We've got a bunch of them now. Sense doesn't matter because we don't have any idea of, like, you know, being able to look at things really. Obviously, then sneak doesn't matter either. Constitution doesn't really, because it all has to do with. We just gotta get rid of this. It really only determines damage, you know, taken, like how much damage, how much health you can have. Not damage taken at all, even. And yeah, so that's neat. So we've got all that in now, and you know, I could actually go ahead and make it so that, like I could change it so it actually does. Float text could actually display the damage actually done. So we could keep track of that instead. So if it's a, so we could say like, which I think it would be, so I could still make it colored orange if it's a crit, but I'd have to actually, have it return something that says that that's a crit. I know. I'll make a variable. Well, we have a bunch of variables up here already, don't we? Oh well. We'll make a new one. T for temp. It's just a usable variable. La la la. So let's say, let's go ahead and make it do this. T equals tac crit times T. And we'll say, oh crap. Maybe I'll go ahead and use I. I'm not using it anywhere else right now, am I? Am I? I'm not. Yeah, well, not right then. Yeah, it should be fine. So we'll say, instead of target HP, you'll say I is equal to. So now that's the damage done. And we'll say inst.tech. I think inst equals instance create target.x target.y float text. We'll say inst.text equals string I there, and if T is 1, that means if you're not critting, color is, let's see, C brown. I don't care. Is there a brown? There's not a brown. Fine. Fine. I'll do something else. Let's say navy. I don't know. Anything that doesn't, it has to show up against the everything else. Dark gray? I don't really care, I guess. Dark gray, fine. I could create my own color, ooh, but I just want it to show up against, you know, the black of your guys and the red of the other guys and the, etc. There. Now it'll actually display the damage done for us. And we can get rid of and crit. We can make it not do all that weird stuff. There. Doop-de-doop-de-doo, loading. Okay. Kill him. In the red bit, which is all of him. Stab him with your arrows, I guess, wherever those are. Oh, 17, 15. Oh, that actually isn't affected by that. Oh, there was a crit. 26. Oh, you cannot tell what's going on, can you? Oh, nobody's actually taking damage. I forgot to add that back in. Wee. Wee. Where was I? Here we are. And, there, we'll say, target dot HP minus equals I. Okay. Once again, stabbing bad guys in the face, even if they don't have them, even if all they are is a red circle thing. Oh, he took a lot of damage there. Oh, one of my guys died. Shit. That guy's strong. He's strong. He's too strong for us. Shit. Kill him. Oh, wow. I lost. Okay, so yeah, it's everything. Things are randomized now, so you can actually tell. You know, like, sometimes your guys are stronger, sometimes theirs are stronger. So you know, they'll do more damage. That one guy was doing lots and lots of damage to my guys, and he killed them. So maybe some strategy would have actually been useful there. You know, like say, you know, get everybody to gang up on that strong guy. I'm gonna play it again really quick, just to, you know, it's good to get some. It's a data set. You see, I want to see how everything's working out so far. Oh, they killed him pretty quick. Pardon, must have been a critical hit. Smith 16, 19, 20, 26. Yeah, I can't really see any of those numbers really. See, this isn't working the way I wanted it to. Oh, that's a lot better. 1634, yeah. I don't know if those numbers are okay. Right now they have, let's see, they have 100 HP right now. I don't know how HP is going to work at all. Not a clue. No idea. They do a lot of damage, like, right now, so I don't know. I might make it, like, really big. Hell, it might be better that way, so I can actually, you know, get some idea of what's going on. No, but we're gonna run out of time. I'm gonna go ahead and run this one last time. I increased the health a lot. They have a lot of health. So, we'll just have everybody attack something different. Maybe we can even get them to, like, chase them around so that you can get them to different places, see some one-on-one action. Yeah. Alright, there we go. 16. See, some people are doing more, some people are doing less. This guy's critting a lot. They have a lot more health, so you can actually tell what's going on. This guy's kind of in a pickle. So I'm going to have one of these guys maybe come over. Oh, but he can't. I'll just keep attacking him. Go over here. Attack that guy. Yeah, do that. See, he turned to that guy only because he was closer. I haven't actually added in. I'm going to make it so that the AI will actually turn to look at the bigger threat. So you can tell this guy's kind of screwed because he's getting attacked by this guy. I want to kill him, but I can't. This might be a little bit... This isn't really like where I want it to be. I want it to be... This is probably too much health. Or at least, well, with this level of damage being done. Alright, we're about to actually kill one of theirs guys, but they're going to kill ours. You can attack that guy. Ugh. No, actually, you attack that guy. You can actually get some idea of, like... This is probably too slow, you know? Like, I want to, let me pause it really quick for a second here. I want to make it so that, I don't know, because I want it kind of someplace between something like, say, Oblivion, where you can shoot 1,000,000 arrows into the bad guy and it just sort of lives magically, and XCOM, where you have, you know, you'll walk your guy in a full suit of armor, you know, out of the little, you know, your little ship, and then an alien you didn't see will suddenly, you know, from nowhere shoot him and kill him, like in one hit. You know, I want it to be somewhere between those two options. So right now I've set the damage low and I set the health high, and it, you know, you guys are just running around beating up on each other. There is going to be, I'm actually going to have like limb damage, something like it, you know, I think. So, you know, you'll be able to, like, if your guys, you know, if your guys, you know, like take lots of damage to their arms, they'll be hitting less and doing less damage, and, you know, if they take damage to their legs, they'll move slower, that sort of thing. But, and I might even include the ability to, the possibility of losing limbs. I don't know yet. You know, one of those things I'll have to tweak as I go along. If it ends up being, you know, no matter how, if it ends up being, like, say, if it happens really rarely, if it's really hard to actually do, and then it's still really, really frustrating, you know, for the player, even if you can, you know, mend it, if it's still just this annoying thing where, oh, for fuck's sake, my guy lost his arm again, I'm gonna probably not do it, but I think it could work out. If it's kind of rare, it'll probably be like, you'll have to do something like, you know, double damage, you know, while it's already crippled or something like that, you know, to actually, you know, like, it'll be something rare, like you have to crit, hit the limb, it's already got to be crippled, so even if, like, if it's not yet crippled, no matter how little health it has, it can't happen, you know, something like that. So it's really rare, but very, very distressing. And, so, you know, that'll affect how the combat actually ends up working out, you know, and it'll, but hopefully what I'm hoping to be able to do is to get it to where, you know, you're going to be able to use the pause button to, you know, to look at, like, you're going to be able to look at the stats of your characters with, like, an actual menu and everything, and see, you know, how they're actually faring, and I'm hoping to maybe even, like, flash, you know, like the, you'll have, like, down to the bottom, you'll have, you know, the stats for all your health and your morale and all that for all your characters, and maybe, like, flash those boxes or something if something bad happens, etc. You know, I want to be able to give the information to the player such that they can tell what's going on. I want to make it so that it works in a way that feels satisfying when you kill, you know, the bad guys, and so that your characters don't, you know, just die in, like, one hit. But I don't want anybody to really be a damage sponge either. So someplace in between. I'm gonna, you know, for now I'm not gonna really tweak it too much. I'm gonna worry, you know, I'm just gonna worry about getting all the systems in place, and then once I've done that, I can start to really tweak. For now, you should subscribe to my channel and watch me make this game more, because you've already done it this much, and I'm very grateful for you for that. So I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to probably eat, and I don't know, maybe? Seems like a good idea. So thank you, and good night.